Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another wonderful episode here with me, Mr. Pluggington, for another Star Wars 5e Adventures. Of course, we're here with the boys, with Nura, Buckeye, and Hawk. We are not going to have Nova here because they said that they weren't going to be here next session, which is completely fine. And I think that's really it. So, I believe we should get started with some light music and some DM time. So let's get going. As you all are beginning to gather your things, a few Mandalorians pass here and there, as you do hear a bit of some chanting out in the distance, but that's mainly from the fights that are in the close proximity of a few of you. A bit of music plays in the background for radio heads who are wishing to take a break and stop with all their welding and whatever jobs they were doing as well. A few people are at the cantina, and passing by, a couple of you are, of course, a few of the Mandalorians themselves. What would you guys like to do?
Well, turn down the bot here a little bit.
I did.
Let me see. Outside of a more, what is the word I'm looking for here? Tell you what, I'll come up with something in a minute. Hawk, Buckeye, is there anything you guys want to do?
Well, there's my bit of RP that I was wanting to do.
Alrighty, we can do that.
I was already in the cantina.
Hey,
Um,
Nova's
Nova!
Sorry
We
about
thought
that.
you weren't gonna make it.
No, I said I would make it.
Oh, we thought you weren't. Oh,
here.
you're
Never mind,
here.
guys.
Wonderful.
Surprise! Nova is here.
We'll have
Boom.
we'll do our stuff,
Dramatic
but yeah, we could
entrance.
actually-
Kick down the door and
Dramatic-
sit my ass down. Sup, bitch?
It's been so
Yeah, we
long
can
since she
actually-
died. Sometimes I can still hear her voice.
Quit
Right
telling
here.
everybody I'm dead!
So yeah, hey, at the end of the session we can head out and do our adventure. But anyway, Buckeye, I think we can do your roleplay. So Plug, if you wouldn't mind getting rid of the bot real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. Server deafen.
I think that deafens it for you only, but that's fine.
Yeah, that only deafens it for you. Hold on. I'm gonna
we
vote
go.
skip, and we need. There we go. Okay, so yeah, Buckeye, the floor is yours.
So, little recap of what I was doing. I was just chilling with the Mando lady who absolutely wrecked that big ass dude's ass.
Right.
and
I
I
remember.
was eating my space burger or whatever it's called.
Space
Um,
Ranger.
So yeah, I want to start off. I want to start off there. After like some chatting.
Okay. She's sitting at the bar, with her drink that the bartender there has given her a couple times, because she's just swigging that stuff. There's a few other Mandos here and there, but they're just more chatting and doing their own thing, with a couple aliens as well, here and there. As you do catch her in conversation, she looks over towards you and says, "So, what's She gets in close to not, like, be out loud about it, and does, like, the hand over the mouth. What's a clone doing over here in this part of the galaxy?
Just traveling with some friends.
Huh, I see. Imperial friends?
Like I would.
Good man.
I wouldn't touch I wouldn't touch an MP unless it's with my fist on the bucket.
Really? You're the first clone I've ever heard at least say that. Well, not since a couple years back.
I didn't catch your name, by the way.
Julia. Part of clan... What was the clan that I called this again? I forgot.
Wasn't
Write your stuff down, plug.
I lay off him. I think it was Clan. I don't know if it was Clan Vizsla. I don't think so.
No,
it
wasn't
was
Vizsla.
No, it wasn't. I noted down so much stuff last session, but like I didn't catch that part.
Go a little bit faster than your maple syrup Canadian and see if you can find that information.
Oh.
I did not have that information written down because I wrote my stuff up like at the end of the session.
It's alright.
Well-
I remember the thing. I just gotta look it up. But yeah, for now she's
It's alright.
Julia.
Sorry, I was having a brain fart for a moment. Alright, Julia. I reckon I'm betting 50 credits on you that you can beat me in a fight.
Really? Just 50 credits?
No matter what, I lose.
And you're just wanting to fight
Either
me
I
just
lose
because of
50
that.
creds, or I guess I don't lose anything if I win. Whatever.
Alrighty.
Wait, I'm betting against myself, so I guess I lose 50 creds anyways.
Alrighty. She does like a finger motion to a couple of the Mandos. As they look around for a second, they go over to the ringed area to sort of surround it a little more. She quickly finishes her drink and slams it down onto the table. She picks up her helmet, flips it, places it back on, and heads over to the ring.
I'll head over to the ring as well. Oh fuck. I gotta
Alrighty.
load my character.
As you look over around the ring, you see it's almost like a sumo ring, kind of, except it's Mando themed. It's the ring is carved into the actual metal of the area, almost as if it was like weld cut to give the impression onto the actual metal. It's a fairly large ring. She's on one side, about 20, maybe 15 feet at closest to you.
Alright.
She looks over and says, "So, you wish to challenge me, eh? For 50 credits on your own self."
Absolutely. I mean, you beat that guy pretty quick. I'm interested to see if I'd survive a fight with you.
Well, I always wanted to fight one of you. So let's see what you got. As she just cracks her knuckles, adjusts her head as she gets in a different position from what she was fighting in. She gets in a more fist in the front of her face, in stances, right in front of you. Do you want this to be like an initiative roll at all?
Sure.
Alright.
I don't know how that's gonna play out, but yeah, sure.
Okay then roll me initiative, and I will roll initiative for her as well.
Let's. D20, right? D20 plus 5. That's decent. Oh wait.
I'm going to say for this, Nura is going to have noticed that a fight is going to start and kind of roll his eyes. Oh my, another one of those dreadful. Buckeye! And stands up and begins running over to the ring.
Okay, she rolled a 15, so you go first. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna ready myself in case she throws a punch and be ready to counter.
Alrighty. Hold on. I need to get Codex for just a second for these stat blocks.
I need to grab whatever my punch value is.
Your punch value. Okay.
Unless you got the brawling fighting still, it's gonna be 1 plus your strength.
Just plain out 1 plus strength or like 1d4 plus strength.
1.
Okay.
Okay. That's gonna be a long fight.
Fist fights are long and brutal. If any of you have seen Critical Role, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna brush up on my healing spells.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's going to run at. She's going to use her jetpack to quickly come right at you. Activating requires a bonus action. She's going to get 15 feet at least in front of you, and turn it off. Let's see. And she is going to. What? There's no fist attack? Whatever.
Unarmed strikes are 1d4 divided by 2, unless otherwise modified.
Okay.
And it's based on their strength modifier. So if you've given her, she's a brawler, she's pretty burly.
She doesn't look burly. Like, she looks very skinny, but she looks like she's got some muscle on her for sure.
Okay, so give her like a 14 dex, which is a +2 to hit, and then she'll deal 1d4 divided by 2 plus her strength modifier, which would be a 2. Buckeye, what's your current strength?
Oh,
I'm
using a stat block that
my
has
current strength is +4.
Oh my word, you're an 18. Okay, you've got her in the brawn department, but do you have her in the hit points department? So Plug, the damage would be
Okay.
1d4 divided by 2 plus her strength modifier, which could be 2 or 3 depending on that.
Okay, so she goes for the strike, which is her strength. That 12 does not hit. So as she quickly tries to come towards you, she tries to hit you straight in the face, but you quickly dodge it. Oh, like out of the way, like, whoo. What are you gonna do?
Well, since she hit me, I'm getting a counter.
Okay.
Alright. So, is there a bonus to hit with that one? Or it's just
No.
whatever?
It's just a straight hit.
Alright, so d20, no modifiers, I guess.
You have your strength, I think.
Yeah, it's
And
unarmed strikes are strength unless you're a monk.
Yeah, unarmed strikes are your strength modifier, d20 plus your strength, and calculating damage is 1d4 divided by 2 plus your strength modifier. So roll a d4, divide that by 2, minimum of 1, round down. So if it's a 1, 2, or 3, it's only 1 damage plus your strength modifier.
With a 9.
Nope, that hit.
I think it's just your strength modifier. You just do your strength modifier and damage. So if you have 20 strength, you do 5 damage.
You roll it. Well, okay. An unarmed strike should be on his sheet for how much damage it does automatically, and then he rolls. Then he adds his strength modifier. So yes, that's simplified that way.
I have a +7.
You have a +7 to your unarmed strikes?
Yes.
Wait, to hit? Is that a to hit?
Yeah. So it should be 1d20 plus 7. And my unarmed strikes do 5 kinetic.
Okay.
Just straight.
That
wow.
Still does not hit.
Oh my word, she's got.
Well, wait until you see what I've done to my droid, guys.
Why didn't you both strip down to your undergarments and fight? Oh, no underwear in space.
Yeah. Plus, this is a Mandalorian woman, so
Yeah,
Mandos
no.
don't fight with their armor off.
exactly. All right, so you both miss.
Or they
She.
both hit and just don't do any damage. A
Yeah.
miss doesn't mean you miss. It just doesn't mean you hurt the opponent.
Let him flavor the campaign how he wants.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So she tries to punch me. I manage to dodge it. Try to throw a punch while I'm dodging, and that just goes like right behind her as she's passing next to me or something.
Yeah. As you go to try and follow up with yours, she quickly gets out of the way and rolls over towards your left side as she's going to try and hit you again.
Wait, since that was my reaction to her attack, because I got ready to
That's right.
attack.
That's right. You get another one.
So now I get my standard attacks. So I will do two. I will throw 2 punches.
All right.
Plus 7. I'll just copy that. So I just have to paste it. Oh fuck.
What happened?
Well,
That's 21 to
if
hit.
the 16 doesn't hit, I hope the 21 does.
That
I
hits.
swear. Oh,
The 16.
Oh no, the 21. The 16 doesn't.
So that's 5 straight damage.
Okay. As you try to hit with another, as you try to swing above, she ducks, but then you go with the under, hitting her in the helmet as she just goes. Ugh! So that's -5. She looks over and sort of tries to return the favor. Wait a second. You guys said strength modifier, right?
Yep.
yeah. Which you said for her is a +3.
Right. Why did I use 1? I'm dumb. 16?
Yeah, that misses.
Okay, she tries to go with the undercut, and she misses. She's gonna use her. What is it? Oh, she multi attacks. Oh, I didn't see that.
Great.
I did not see that. Okay, so she tries to go for the upper, and then as you dodge, she's going to try and go for the elbow. Come on, 19.
Fuck. That. Yes, it hits.
All right, as she hits you and jabs you right in your side with the elbow. Let's see. That's. That's going to be 4 damage to you.
I.
And then let's see. Okay, that's all she can do. She can do 2 attacks, same as you.
Nice one.
She's going to do like an acrobatics rollout and look at you, still fists up, and says, "You're pretty good too so far, but the fight's only began." As you hear her knuckles, as she like does like the fist, but she readjusts, and you hear as her knuckles just re-pop.
Love boys.
I'm going to use my jetpack to close on whatever distance we have in between us and throw like 1 punch while I'm flying, and once I'm close, I'll throw my second punch.
It does take a bonus action if you're going to deactivate it, though, with jetpacks.
does.
Activating or deactivating? Does it say activating or deactivating the jetpack requires bonus action?
It does.
Okay.
So I guess I'd have to be continuously flying.
Okay, that's fine. So you're
Since I have only
The-
one bonus action per turn, but my extra attack doesn't count as a bonus action, so
okay. That's fine. Then I understand what you're trying to do. That's fine. I'll allow it.
sick. So
Those
Bruh.
both miss. As you try to go in for like a Superman punch, she quickly dodges out. You try to swing around with an elbow. She ducks under, right underneath.
Alright. Still getting used to that jetpack.
As she quickly returns the favor with her jetpack, activating it, she's going to do a followed up uppercut. Please let this hit. Fuck!
No,
she tries
it
to do
does not.
so, flipping up and almost, fuck, what am I trying to say? She tries to go for the uppercut. You dodge out of it. She goes flying in the air for a second, almost spinning out of control for just a quick minute because that is a natural one. She restabilizes and then quickly deactivates it and tries to slam you out of the air about 10 feet. So she will take fall damage. Unless she hits this. 18!
That misses.
This is what happens when you give your players a lot of money, Plug.
Okay, so that misses. So she's going down 10 feet. That's like what? 1d4? 1d6 damage? Fall damage?
I don't remember.
I'll say it's 1d4 for this fight. Okay. Okay, so as she tries to go for a like a drop down on your head, you quickly dodge out of it. She slams her hands down onto the ground from the middle as there's a slight ooh, and she wiggles her hand a bit like and looks up at you, just looking at what you're trying to do.
I'll jetpack myself down towards her, turning it off while I'm close enough to the ground to not take fall damage.
Okay,
And
roughly 5 feet.
And I'll strike her or try to strike her while I do so.
So you're doing like a flying down kick?
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds cool.
So, roll to see if you hit. So as you quickly switch your positioning from going down of your jetpack, or going up with your jetpack to going down. You do like a flip in mid-air to try and hit that kick. That does not hit. So as you try to go down, she quickly rolls out of the way about 5 feet from you, and your foot hits the ground as you look over to her.
5 feet is still no, it's not melee range.
Yeah, it's in melee range.
Oh, okay.
5 feet is
Then
melee range, yeah.
I'll after that landing, I'll try to reach out and punch her.
Okay. See if you hit.
So, wow,
That does
I
not
suck.
hit. She, as you go to do so, she rolls out of the way and quickly dodges out as she's going to try and return that favor. This is a really intense fight. Holy fuck. I'm liking this.
It is a lot of back and forth chip damage. It is intense.
That
16,
misses.
That misses. She's going to try and go for just direct hits at you.
Don't worry, you'll eventually lose all care for the narrative and just say, that misses, that hits, that misses, that hits.
That hits.
That hits, yes, it does.
As she follows up with a high swing, she quickly hits you right into your side for 4 damage. Let's see.
All right.
And then she's going to still stay where she is so she can be in melee range with you.
I think that at this point we're mostly gonna be we've done flying. Flying didn't work. I think we're gonna be straight swinging punches at this point.
Okay.
So I'm a just frick.
First one misses, second one hits.
That's another 5 damage.
Okay. So, as you go to try and hit her with the first swing, you miss, but then you line it up with the second towards her side. 5. She then tries to do a different tactic and do a swooping attack against you. Let's see. The 15 doesn't. That 15, both of those miss. As she tries to sweep, you jump out. You jump up at the perfect time. She attempts to do something dirty and tries to go for a nut punch, but you quickly, with your jetpack, just like a small little burst, just back off.
That's quite ballsy of you.
You wanted a fight. You didn't say it had to be clean.
You're right.
Proceeds to play dirty.
You're not wrong. I mean, you know that beautiful thing called what's it called? No maneuvers.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I may or may not have decided to choose trip attack as my signature maneuver.
Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Just tell me what that does so at least I know ahead of time.
It's when I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can expand one superiority die. In this case, I don't expend any because it's my signature move. So it's basically a free free extra thing to attempt to knock the target down. I add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, so it's I think up to 6 extra damage.
Okay.
Let me double check that real quick. Classes, open new tab.
Buckeye, I don't mean to burst your bubble, but please read the first part of that sentence again.
Ah, fuck! It's a weapon attack, innit?
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
a weapon attack.
My fist is my weapon.
I would like to cast fist.
No,
But
yeah,
no,
you
that
definitely just
unfortunately-
burst my bubble real bad there.
I'm sorry, but that's a maneuver with a weapon. To
You're right.
have a training in martial arts, I do believe there's a class for that.
True. And she's not skilled in that.
Technically, fists are weapons, but that's a big stretch you have to make to say that.
Yeah, that's a personal decision the DM has to make because it's literally the monk's job to use unarmed weapons or a specific sect of weapons.
No.
For a fighter, they're meant to use a weapon.
No, you're right. That's my bad on that one.
Oh, you're
I'm
fine,
sorry, man, but I couldn't let something that big go.
It's alright. So, what do you want to try now?
Well, I don't got anything else, so I'm just gonna continue punching then.
And knock down, drag out fight.
Fist. Oh, okay, so
Oh fuck!
that's a crit.
I-
So that hits.
What?
All right. Crit does what? Double damage.
Yep, double damage.
So that's a
Yeah,
10.
Oh.
Oh boy. All right, so as you back off, you quickly then kick her right with the puff of with the puff. You quickly puff back in front of her, and do you want to go for a kick or a punch?
Just a punch.
Okay, so as you quickly you like back and forth, you just rail her right in the side of the head as you hear a slight doo to her dome. The second one hits as she sort of stumbles back a little bit, looking towards you, and says, "Oh, you cheeky." And she is going to attempt to try and hit you back. Hopefully this bot will help me. That
Nice.
doesn't work. Let's see if the other one will work. Nope. Okay. Of course. Avery, everybody. Avery hates me with a golden passion.
Is it bad to say that this is like my favorite session of the game so far?
Nah, that's fine. So she quickly, like, she's still staggered as she tries to hit you, and then the other one misses as she sort of, like, stumbles again, just really trying to focus. That ringing got her quite a bit. As she's still just focused on you, like...
I don't know what to say. I guess I'll just continue delivering punches.
Just keep hitting.
Pretend to like duck around a little. Oops, let's not do that. Oh fuck.
Are you...
Wait.
Another hit!
Yes, but this time followed by another 5 damage.
Plug, let me
Oh my
console you.
God.
Let me console you right here. In 2 sessions ago, I planned a really tough session where my friends, my players, would face a bunch of enemies that weren't really tanky but could deal a lot of damage. They scored 7 critical hits in 3 combat rounds.
Oh my God.
So don't feel bad. This just happens.
Alright, so... As she's just staggered, you quickly, with another hit, just kick her straight in the chest. As she holds her stomach, you then hit her right in the head again. She is like on one knee right now. She looks pretty hurt right now. Not too bad, but she's hurting. As she looks over towards you and just, please, for fuck's sake. Oh my God. She's just really trying to focus, and she's like, you clones can hit hard. Or, she didn't say clone, she says, you can really hit hard. Oh, wait, no, shit.
Yeah.
Let me reroll that, my bad.
I think that hit.
Double-clicked.
Wait, no, yeah, it hits, 17, 17 plus 3 hits.
Oh, 17 plus 3? Okay, so that hits for 4 damage. She misses the first one and then says, you hit pretty hard, as she uppercuts you straight under your chin. You take 4 damage.
Yep.
Correct.
Not gonna lie, I didn't expect that last one.
She looks over towards you as she just rolls her shoulder a little bit with her extra arm as you're backed up a bit. Never expect a Mando to really try. Oh boy. Oh boy!
Christ.
Is that a 3rd crit?
No.
No, it's not. It's
No.
a 19.
It's a 19.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, so as she hits you in the uppercut, you slam down on her head and then kick her head over to the side. She is like down on the ground now. But she is not giving up. She's pretty hurt.
You wanna call it?
I don't give up so easily, as she goes to try and forward kick, going past you, landing on her feet. Boy, why are both the bots just screwing me over?
Wouldn't you add your proficiency bonus though? Because that's what he's doing.
She doesn't have proficiency in...
Wait,
But I
Buckeye,
think
do you have
everyone has
proficiency in unarmed
proficiency in
strikes?
fists.
Wait, she does?
I don't.
Oh,
Oh, that's right, I do. Yeah, everybody has proficiency in unarmed strikes. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but her strength is only a +1.
Oh, okay. So you've been adding a plus. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a 3 with her.
Remember, not everybody's a career adventurer. Career adventurers are like the strongest people in any intellectual property. So we are more powerful than the average soldier. Like, my word.
Yeah, so she tries to kick and then tries to back with the elbow as she is getting ready to line it up with another hit. Just, like, she's really trying to go all out right now.
Not gonna lie, I'm surprised how this fight is going.
I'm surprised too. This is what happens when I'm not prepared.
As I hit her with two more
And that's
strikes.
another crit.
You know, even Hawk with his substandard stats might be able to win this.
Oh, my word.
I mean, I did choose a very low class to go against you, so... Alrighty. Fuck me. So you do hit her as she tries to line up that next one. You hit her arm and then you crit her again across the face. Oh my god. That is another 15. Yeah, she finally just, as that final just ding across the face, she falls down on the ground and is just laying there. She is hurt. And she says, she puts up her, she just lays in and says, fuck me. She puts up her hand as several of the peers just go, yeah, and just a few just, ah.
I think I owe you 50 creds and a drink.
You can see that the helmet is like almost off her face. Her chin is like exposed a little bit, and she says, yeah, you do.
I'll help lift her up.
As you do so, she holds her head for a second and insists to you. She holds her hand with yours and says, you know, even after the war, you fuckers are still strong.
I mean,
oh.
Yeah, I guess so.
As she walks
I
with
mean,
you
I was
over to the bar.
unconscious for most of after the war, but yeah.
As she walks over with you over to the bar, she's dazed. Like, she's actually like, help me over there. You hit me fucking hard in the head.
Absolutely.
So,
As they separate from the crowd, I'm going to walk over and trying to contain myself. Buckeye, the amazing display. You would do well in the fight pits on Drathos. That well done, my boy.
I got lucky.
Well, of course you did, but you also displayed quite an amount of martial prowess. Excellent fight. And not bad yourself, milady. Excellent work.
she looks over towards you, holding her head. She says, thank you. Drathos, you said, right? We rarely see your kind
yes.
out in the galaxy. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm something of an antique, my dear. I'm here to spread goodwill and cheer, which is why I'm paying for the first 2 drinks you put down, and I look at Buckeye very sternly.
She looks over, she removes her helmet, as you see that she has a black eye now.
Oh, my
fuck.
darling. I know how Mandalorians are about maintaining wounds gotten in battle, but perhaps you'd allow me to work a
No.
little magic and heal you.
It's fine. This is nothing.
Please,
I've had worse.
my dear, I insist. I understand, but this was a friendly competition, and your eye is a little.
She looks over in the reflection of her visor of her helmet and says, it's a shiner. I've had worse.
Very well. I'll still pay for your drink if that's all right. Tender, your finest wine.
He looks over and goes over. There's a she also says, and an ice pack, please. Alrighty. So, is there anything else anyone else was wanting to do?
Hawk comes in.
With her? Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Hawk.
He comes in towards the end of the fight, notices the end of it, and looks around for a Mandalorian who has, or seems to have, a vibro knuckler.
Vibro knuckler. Interesting.
Yeah.
Roll me a investigation for that to try and find one, because there are Mandalorians around right now. A few of them are scattering to go back to what they were doing.
Or I guess Mandalorian would be a bit. Rephrase it: someone with a vibro knuckler.
Okay,
Literally brass knuckles in Star Wars. Oh my word.
Okay.
So still an investigation, or would it be a perception?
It'd be investigation.
Okay.
17. Okay. So as you look around, you kind of pick through a little bit of the crowd past the Beskar and helmets and stuff, as you do see what looks to be a tall, what are they, durians?
What do you mean?
Davaronian?
Yeah, Davaronian.
Not the race of the bounty hunter, right?
No, not the race of the bounty hunter. I'm talking about the alien head, red eye, blue skin, no nose.
Oh yeah, that's the Duros. That's Cad Bane's
Duros.
race.
There we go. Yeah. You see a Duros who is in the crowd just watching. He has like knuckles. He has like knuckles on his fingers as he's talking with like a small little probe droid for him to fix this crate that seems to be opening and closing at random moments.
Hey.
He looks
Can I
over.
borrow that?
He looks over towards you and says, "What is it?"
I was wanting to know if I could borrow your brass knuckles. Or your vibro knuckles.
He looks over at them. What use do you want for him?
I was thinking of taking a round in the pit.
Really? You best be careful with these. 5 credits to use them.
Deal. Pass him 5 credits.
He takes the credits, hands it to the droid to hold for a second. He removes his brass knuckles, hands them to you, and says, "Best be careful with these things, especially with those Mandos."
I put them on and I immediately try and go and find someone to challenge to a fight.
Okay. As you look
now
around,
I have 2 vibro knucklers.
Oh my word.
I have 2 of them now.
As you look around, you don't seem to find anyone at first, but then you see this big, hulking mass of Beskar armor-covered Mandalorian who walks in, not from the one that was fought before, but another one in similar armor. It's a bit different colored, as he's just sitting on a crate that seems to have sort of bent from his own weight, talking to a couple people, as he looks over towards you and just shrugs off what he's doing, and looks to the others doing the finger thing, as a couple other guys look over and they begin to set up bets and all, and says, the big guy looks over and says, You wanting a fight?"
One condition. I get to use my tech.
Fine, but you best keep it fair. I get to use mine too.
No blasters, only knuckles. But tech.
He cracks his knuckles as you see that his are actually covered in slight bits of Beskar armor and says, "That's fine by me."
Oh fuck.
As he then cracks his neck onto like the left side and rolls his shoulders big and says, "Boys, place your bets. This won't take long." As he goes onto one side of the ring, roll me initiative, and I will do the same thing. Is he? Yes, he is. And then what's his?
Okay, real quick. No, Nura would not do that. As much as I want to do that, Nura would not rig the fight. Continue.
What's the initiative for this guy? 7. Okay. We both rolled 16. Okay. What's your dex?
No, he didn't. I rolled an 11. You rolled a 16.
Wait, what? What was the 16?
You got the 17 that I had was for the investigation.
Oh, right.
The 11 is the initiative.
Okay, so my guy goes first. Okay, does he have... He does not. Wow. But luckily he has... Oh, finally! Someone that actually has a fucking melee thing. Okay, cool. He looks over to at you and says, "You know, I know what you are. But at this point, I don't care." As he just runs at you and is going to try and slam down on you, and he does multi-attack. And that's an 18.
That just barely hits.
Barely hits? Okay. So as he rigs up for this hit, let's see. He's gonna use his... Oh no, that's a melee weapon attack! Fuck! Bash is a melee weapon attack?
He bashes with the weapon.
But he's using his fists.
But that's a bash with a weapon. Bashing with a butt of a rifle is different than bashing with your fists.
Oh.
It's so that the game makers can have a way for them to still do damage at point blank range. It gives them a melee option.
Gotcha. That's what I didn't see.
So he's using a vibro knuckler. I'll look up the stats for a vibro knuckler. What are they actually?
It's 1d6 to hit. It's light and hidden.
Okay, it's 1d6. So it's 1d6 damage. So it's 1d20. Is it a versatile weapon, or I mean, is it a finesse weapon?
No, it's not.
Okay, so he's literally plug. It's just a d20 plus his strength modifier to see if he hits. Plus like.
Okay.
Wait, does the Mandalorian actually have vibro knucklers?
I'm gonna say his armor on his knuckles is kind of like that. Kitty.
Okay, so it's gauntleted. That means it's either a D4 or a D6 for damage, unless he's got a high rarity. What is it? Armor or knuckled armoring, or gauntleted armoring. That's what it is. There are a lot of rules to this. Let me pull up enhanced items, armor. Okay.
Yeah, so what I found is a D. I'll post it, but it's a D4.
Okay. 3 damage. My cat does this every recording I do. She comes in, barges in, says, "Meow," and wants fucking food. Oh my god.
My word.
What an asshole. Anyway, 3 damage towards you. And he's going
All right.
to... So he slams down on your head as he can multi-attack. And he's going to...
Okay.
Try and hit you again. That's an 11.
Miss.
Okay, so as he tries to go for the uppercut, you block it with your... You quickly block it with your arms. What would you like to do?
There's this thing that a lot of tech testers get called Flame Sweep.
Oh. What's that do?
Deck save, please.
Deck save? Well, guess what, buddy? He has advantage.
He's proficient in them.
Wait.
Advantage?
You're attacking with a flame weapon?
Yeah, I said I get to use tech.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, excuse me, KOTOR 2 flashbacks?
And yes, and he does have advantage against, with saving throws. Because Mandalorian Metal?
Beskar.
Okay, so that's...
You know what? Hold on. I think I have a better idea for something to do before you roll. Let's see. Oh, I can, let's see. I can do bonus action target lock and then make 2 weapon attacks with the Vibro Knucklers. Oh, and Rangers quarry him as a, just as a free action.
I thought Ranger's Quarry was a bonus action, right? Hunter's Mark.
Is it? Because what it... Hold on.
Do you have
It
something
used to
that makes
be
it
a free
not a bonus action?
Hold
I
on,
don't mean to rules lawyer. I'm just like asking questions out of line.
Okay. Beginning at first level, you know how to... Once on one of your turns, you can choose a creature you can see within 120 feet and mark as a quarry. No action required. For the next hour, you gain the following benefit. Okay, so it is no action required. They just made it where it's a lot longer range. It does take a bonus action or is it a bonus action or a reaction? It's one. I think bonus action to change it unless you have the item.
Okay.
So I now have some extra dice that I get to use when hitting him.
Oh boy.
If I do hit him. So roll D. So he's got target lock and Ranger's Quarry on him. That does not hit,
Nope.
but I have extra attack. Damn!
That does not hit. So as you try to block with it, you try to hit him.
Hold on.
Wait.
I think there's actually something that gives me the ability to... I think it's called Swift Routine or something like that. It allows me to... they might have changed this. There was something that let you make or have advantage on... Wait, he already acted. Never mind. You can...
Okay.
Just go ahead and describe what you're going to.
So as you go to try and hit him onto his sides and in the chest, he looks at you and just says, didn't tickle. As he's going to try and hit you again. Oof. He tries to slam his fist down onto you. You quickly roll out of the way as he's going to try and smack you across your face. And misses as well as you dodge right under it. He just... What do you want to do next?
I'm going to make 3 attacks because now I also have my bonus action to do stuff with.
Okay.
20. Does that hit?
That hits.
All right.
For damage.
So it's going to be D6 plus 2 plus 6. I get to roll a lot of dice right now.
Yes, you evidently do.
That is a lot of ones.
Yep.
All right.
And then second attack. Take this. That
16 plus. Yep, that hits.
I'm. Please. I do not get Ranger's Quarry on this next one, but it's the same damage.
Okay.
Then third
Look at Ranger's Quarry,
attack.
don't you? It's every attack.
Yeah, Ranger's Quarry
I
is
think-
no, it's holy crap, you're right.
It is every attack.
Once per turn, when you hit a target with a weapon attack, you deal 1d4 additional damage to the same type of the weapon. The damage die changes as you gain scout levels, so it's the first attack, it just goes up in damage die as I level up.
So it's only once per turn.
Yeah. And here's my third attack. This one's the offhand.
That hits.
Okay, and then I do not get to add my strength to this, but I still get to add the target lock damage. So I did a total of 17 damage to him.
Okay. So as you dodge out of the way, you quickly hit him in his. You quickly just hit two into his rib, and then a second one into the upper portion of his chest. As he, he's gonna try and elbow you. Okay, so I gotta hit first to even use that. Oh my god, come on! Come on, Avery, don't be a cunt to me today, either.
Oh, that's not a safe for YouTube word.
Oh well. It's not like we're monetized anyway. Alright, so both of those also miss as he tries to swing. He gets up quickly and tries to slam it down into the ground. As you see, his second knuckle attack sort of had like a slight shock to it, like a as he looks up.
So I guess this means it's... Sorry, you continue with
He looks up
your
towards
description.
you. He looks up towards you and says, "You may be small, but I'm gonna bring you down hard."
You know what? I would have been glad to have clankers like you to fight.
He's going to
And
move
now
up to his movement speed towards you to try and line up a slam attack with both arms up in the air.
So is this my turn, his turn, whose turn?
Your turn.
So talk first. You talk
Okay.
first. I talk first.
First attack of 3.
That misses.
I guess that the... Yeah, I was going to assume that. 20.
That hits.
Yes.
Oh boy. So,
And my last hit.
okay. So, as you go to try...
That misses.
So, as you go to try and hit him, he knocks your hand out of the way. You hit him across his face, and you go to try to do it again. He grabs your hand and throws it off to the side and says, "You're gonna keep hitting me, or are you gonna try harder?" As he is going to rage.
Oh, it's a barbarian. Oh no.
As that increases it to, I believe, 7 or 8. What does it say? 7. find this lack of faith disturbing. I find this lack of faith disturbing!
I think Plug is getting a little bit upset that we're handily beating all of his unarmored encounters.
No, because his bot.
You can always reckless. You can always try and reckless attack.
That's right, reckless attack. That does what exactly?
Just remember that gives me
Why
advantage.
did you say that?
Just remember it gives me advantage.
Okay. So.
You get advantage, I get advantage.
He's going to try and reckless attack. For one final fucking time, even though it's not going to work. 16! Still doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
Oh my god, as he's just trying to really hit you, but you're too fucking small. My god, dude. I'm about to switch bots.
I told
Keep
you.
on juking you
using
there.
my bot.
Let me do something that fucking this server does for bots like this when it happens, because this is ridiculous.
I'm telling you, man, it's just luck.
I use that same bot and it works pretty well for me. It's just luck. The die are not with you today.
Okay. Go and make your attack rolls. Let's see if this. Urgh.
Oh, all of my attacks until your next turn have advantage.
Okay, cool. That hits.
D6 plus. You know, I should just roll 3d6 plus 1.
That's probably the easiest.
Those miss.
No, that's for
Oh,
damage.
that's for damage, okay.
Yes. And then my next hit. 2d20 plus 4.
That hits.
This Talk's just kicking the shit out of him.
It's just what it feels like to win. Oh my word! My players beat me down so hard.
I guess 16 doesn't hit.
No, it does not hit.
Oh.
Yeah, Hawk just goes to town, just 2 hits.
Fucking big ass dude. He is just getting really fucking angry.
Okay, Plug. Have you seen the movie Sherlock with Robert Downey Jr.?
Yes.
You
That was
know
freaking
how
epic.
this looks.
Scene, I swear
This
to
is
God.
literally first distract target. It's literally a little guy discombobulating and deconstructing a bigger guy.
Discombobulate.
Then discombobulate. Let's have to wild haymaker. Discombobulate. It's been an hour and 10 minutes and Plug is already pissed off.
He's gonna try and hit again. Misses. He's gonna try and hit again. And probably do the same fucking thing. Probably fucking miss. Because his fucking bot is fucking shit!
Are you sure you don't want a reckless attack?
No, he's not gonna reckless attack!
Oh, Plug! I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
Fucking
I'm
hit
gonna
again!
roleplay. I'm gonna roleplay later if that's okay. No combat.
Yeah, that'd be awesome! That misses!
Hawk roll again.
That hits!
Plug, to be honest, you could not have
Oh my
expected two of your players to go
God.
fisticuffs. Plug,
I am
you could
honestly
not
the
imagine.
weakest melee fighter in the entire
And you're
group, and I
kicking
am
the
beating the
fucking
shit out of this
Mandalorian's
guy.
ass, which is making me mad. He is fucking hurt.
Plug, remember, there's a Legolas in every story.
That
I'm
hits.
sorry, man. I'm the worst melee fighter in this
Oh
group.
my
I've got a
God.
10 in strength and an 8 in dexterity. It's 13 damage.
So as you're just wailing on this big dude, his anger is just getting to him so much that he is literally huffing and puffing, just like fucking me right now. As he tries to go and fucking hit you again.
You rolled wrong.
You know what?
Plug. Okay, everybody, just plug.
Okay.
Breathe.
Does a 26 hit?
Breathe.
Yes.
Plug.
Cool.
DM. Listen. Stop. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out slowly. No. Do not grunt. Breathe out slowly
Fuck
and
us.
calmly.
Since he is raging, he does 10 damage of hitting you as he quickly
Ouch.
just hits you right across your face.
Oof.
And that's just the one attack.
Ooh. Do you want a reckless attack?
No. I don't. And the next one misses because he pushed you back and tries to slam. He is really fucking hurt right now. What do you want to do?
I'm going to move back within melee range. I'm going to hit him again.
Okay, so as you're running at him, he tries to slam you down. Just so you guys are aware, I'm not mad. I'm just fucking irritated at dice. This is
You're
twice
irritated
now.
that the dice are messing with you.
God, this is like an episode of fucking TF2. That hits! Okay.
That's damage. Okay, here's my next hit.
That hits!
That's more damage.
Oh my god, no, don't. How do you want to do this?
What I do is I just backhand him across the helmet and then punch him right in the solar plexus.
Oh!
What's the solar plexus?
The solar plexus
It's
is the center mass of the body.
Okay.
If you hit them hard enough, they're gonna go out of breath.
Okay, yeah, plug. The solar plexus is the center of the diaphragm, which controls the contraction of the lungs and allows you to breathe in. If you hit the solar plexus, the lungs partially collapse and you physically can't breathe in for like 15 seconds. You are out.
Cool, so as you hit him across and then hit him right in the solar plexus, he goes down and just... like, he is... like, he's out, but he is just trying to breathe as he just removes his helmet. As you see him remove his helmet, you see this big, hulking man just like trying to hit his chest to try and breathe as two of his buddies just try and sit him up. As he looks at, as he's just like really like big-eyed trying to breathe, he looks towards you. About 15 seconds go in, he just... Technically, he's supposed to be knocked out unconscious, but it's a fist fight.
As he's
Role
like
play
struggling,
purposes.
Roleplay
as
purposes.
he's struggling, I'm going to as he's struggling to breathe, I'm gonna kind of walk up, and I assume the fight's over since people are like coming into the ring. I'm going to walk over. That was quite a fight, my dear friend, but perhaps you would like to be able to breathe again. Would you accept my assistance in that endeavor?
He's like breathing, just like shaking his head. Yes, like please, for God's
Okay,
sake.
I'm going to because he's a kind of a civilian at second level. I'm going to cast heal on him, and that is going to restore 2d8 plus 7. So if you'll give me a second, I'll heal. And again, for him, it will restore his ability to breathe pretty well as heal some of the bruises. That is 16 hit points.
Okay, so he's back at 16. Fuck, dude.
So yeah, the green energy coalesces in my hand, and I touch it right where Hawk punched. It's gonna help regulate his breathing, and it's now incredibly obvious to everyone who I am, what I am. Because I just used the Force.
He looks at you, and several of the Mandalorians look at you as well. Just a few of them like look like they're about to like just walk up on you, but then a couple of them are like hold on, hand on chest as he looks at you and says, "Jedi."
I'm just a friend today. I'm not here to start any wars. I'm just here to help.
Why? Help me.
Well, to be completely honest, I don't want to see you get knocked out by the next contender. You need to be able to breathe, and the blow he just gave you was going to put you down for a week. I don't think you'd like to have yourself be bedridden by an old veteran like that clone trooper. So, consider this a favor.
I owe you this one.
No, you don't. In fact, I owe you a drink. If you wish to repay that favor, then perhaps you can, let's say, we'll discuss it later. Come to the bar. Tender, I need a strong ale for this one, if you don't mind. Something stiff to get his attention.
His buddies try to help him up as he quickly gets up. He is roughly taller than you. He is like way taller than you, even by like a couple inches.
I'll bet. I will bet.
Yeah. Hawk just gives him the 2-finger salute before walking off this off the little fight pit stage thing, and he tosses the vibronuclear he borrowed back to the Duros.
As you go over towards him, he looks towards you and nods, picking up his helmet and putting it to the side. But before he goes, he looks over and says, "You'd make a fine Mandalorian." And walks off.
Alright. I'm going to... First off, I'm going to sit at the bar. Do you mind role-playing this guy for a bit, Plug? I want to sit and kind of just chat with him. Alright, so...
He sits at he pulls up a bit of a bigger chair. He, like, scoots the smaller one and picks up a bigger chair that's, like, nearby for bigger beans. He sets it in front of him, sets him down, and just slumps over on the side of the bar, like, hunched over, just... Fuck.
Now, my friend, it's quite all right. I'm certain that you'll easily recover from this little scuffle. Tender, that ale I asked for, please, and a little bit of Teresian wine for myself.
He nods. Quick. He's finishing up with that ale as he heads a bigger cup for him. As he sets it down for him, and then gets that wine, just popping the cord out. Hands it over towards you.
Why?
Those are some nice sound effects. Sorry.
Those are some really smooth effects. Dude, that was awesome. I'm going to lay 25 credits on the counter.
Okay.
Here you are. Keep the change.
He looks at it and says, it's a... Fuck. I forgot the name of that species.
Wookiee?
Not Wookiee.
Good.
Iridonian?
Yeah, Iridonian, Beodur. Nice. All right. Well, I also want to know, is that woman at the bar?
She's still there, yes. As she looks over
All
towards
right.
the bigger guy and says, "Don't worry, Hawks. You'll get him next time. Your brother Jack's fine, by the way. He shouldn't have challenged you in the first place either."
I'm going to gesture with my glass of wine. My dear, please come join us at the Losers Club if you wouldn't mind.
This big guy always likes to make a big fight, just like his brother. Hey, at least I'm a bit smarter than he is. He challenges rank. I challenge outsiders. As he just swigs that ale for a second, just...
I did ask him for something that would get your attention, my big burly friend, and I trust it takes more than a reactor core to get your insides rumbling.
Oh, it does. Him. Sometimes a damn blowfly gets him.
Indeed. So, perhaps you two would like a little context for your thrashing you just received. I happen to be a companion of the two warriors that you just went toe-to-toe with.
I already know about both of them. So do I. We both know their fighting style. We fought their kind before.
Really? I did not think clones were that common on this part of the Rim.
They're not. We're veterans ourselves of the Clone War.
Really? In which battles did you fight?
They sort of both look down and kind of away as the bigger guy adjusts. We fought in a Mandalorian scuffle with Republic troops. They wore orange with blue stripes. 501st, I believe, but some other variant. We're not sure.
They're Maul's guard.
Yeah, the Ahsoka's Legion. Do I okay, I wouldn't know about that because that was literally the last day of the Clone Wars. Okay, so I kind of shake my glass. Very interesting. You were at the siege of Mandalore.
Yes, we were.
Oh my word! That was an insane battle. How was it? What was it like?
We lost and were subjugated by the trooper. The woman speaks. We lost and were subjugated by the troopers that were there. They captured whoever, and, well, any officers that were there were put on trial. We weren't officers at the time. But luckily the Empire was sparing and let those that were let out from the Republic after they reformed into their empire. They let go of whoever was left and let us be gone for now. But right now, they're trying to set up diplomatic solutions to try and get a hold of our, well, material.
I can tell you this right now, my dear. That would be a most unwise decision on the part of your Mandalore. The Empire will not stop until it controls the entire galaxy and makes sure that rather unique individuals such as ourselves are no longer a factor in their great kingdom.
The Mandalore currently, we don't have one.
Really? I was not under the impression that you didn't have one.
We usually do, but since the, well, as we both call it, as they say this at the same time, pussy government of Mandalore, the pacifists, after they were dissolved, her drink's really getting her. After they were dissolved, us Mandalores tried to go back to our old ways, but since we didn't have a Mandalore, we basically just went by our own clans. Not really going back to what we used to do, but doing what we can to make it in this galaxy.
Well, considering your interests are against the Empire, and I must say, from my experience with Mandalorians, you're willing to get your hands dirty for a little bit of pay, perhaps you could consider not signing on with the Rebel Alliance, but perhaps accepting work from them. They can always use blockade runners, smugglers, and the occasional assassination to make sure that the Empire stays on their toes or destabilized.
We won't work for them.
Very well. I refuse to work for the rebellion either. It's not exactly fitting for a Jedi to do, but it was just an offer, my friend.
We know. It's not you. The Empire has begun developing weaponry that we believe might be trying to counter us.
Really?
And
what kind of blaster rifle? Go ahead.
And the rebels aren't gonna help out with that either. They did try contacting us, and we refused. That's what our leader is discussing with these rebels here, with this Organa person. He's trying to convince us to at least get a small faction of us to at least train a couple of their troops in warfare. They're needing some military leadership, but none of us are willing to do so. It isn't the way.
At hearing the name Organa, Nura is going to be sipping his wine and
Hey, Rook.
Did you say Organa?
Fuck.
Yeah, some guy named Organa. He's here with his daughter.
Senator Bail Organa of the Galactic Republic. I thought he was dead. My word.
Nope. He's still around. He's still in the government of the Empire. They haven't dissolved all those, what do they call, senators? They haven't done that
Oh my
yet.
word.
They won't
Is
do
he
that
still
for
on
another
the
14
station?
years, too.
Yeah, he's gonna be there for a while. He's the secret founder of the rebellion. Is he still on the station? Do you know?
Last we checked, he still was. His ship is still out in orbit. As you see, the ship that was out in orbit.
Oh, all right. Very well then. My friends, this has been a most enlightening conversation. But listen, I know life is not the easiest for you here on the Rim, so I will leave you two things. First, 50 credits. Spend them on whatever you want here at the bar. You've more than earned it, even if you got thrashed by my friends. And second, communications information. This links directly to my personal comm unit. If you are ever in need of dire assistance, I will do what I can to be there. And I lay them both on the counter.
The big guy looks at them as he hands them off to his higher officer. She looks towards him and says, "Thanks."
May the Force guide you all. And I, without another word, immediately start searching the entire station, not stopping until I find Bail Organa, because holy crap, Nura needs to talk to him.
Okay.
He didn't know him, but he knows who he is. Bail Organa was a hero of the Jedi Order. Nura did not know him personally. I'm not going to pull that fast one on you, but he knows exactly who he is, and he wants to speak to him just to let him know that he...
Okay. So, roll me 5 investigations separately. And
Is this going to depend on how much time it takes for me to find him?
yeah. Is anyone else wanting to do anything else? Nova?
Um,
I'm guessing actually Rook's probably going to run into me on my way back to the ship after getting all the equipment and...
That's right. So, Anura, as you're looking around and trying to find them, you do see Nova with a crate of parts and stuff, getting back to the ship with her droid next to her.
Okay, I'm going to...
4, 5. It's like 6.
Yeah, that's... Wait, what?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 rolls, but that's fine. Okay.
Oh, was it? One... Yeah, you're right. No, that's a 2d8 plus 7. That was the heal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 10, an 11, a 24, a 19, and a 19.
Okay.
So, I'm going to look at Nova, and I assume I've been searching for at least a little while. Like, I've done a couple of circuits of the whole station. So I'm going to stop with Nova for a second and kind of waylay my search.
Yeah, so
Nova.
You're not successful around the 6, the 10, but more towards the 11, you come across Nova.
Okay, so I'm going to assume before I hit the 24, I'm going to meet with Nova. And so, Nova, that's quite a lot of parts. What would those potentially be for?
Equipment for my droid.
What was that?
Nova,
I heard
you're really suppressed.
I think your communications are getting intercepted by the Empire.
Oh boy. Disconnect and reconnect.
the comms are being jammed by the separatists.
Our physical voice comms, our larynxes are actually being hacked right
The
now.
communications loss means only one thing: invasion.
Invasion. The death toll is
A bunch of battle droids
We
break
must-
onto the station.
We must
battle
bow
droids
to their
come our
wishes.
homes.
You must contact me.
It's a trap. Send no reply.
Just saw the iconic quotes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much me looking at the dice roll. It's like, I will fucking end you. Nura right now, internally screaming. Also Nura right now. Well, at least I'm gonna die. No, it's not keratin. Oh god. Hopefully they get back.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that. I know that was a plan for a reason. How about
Well,
this? We'll handle that.
While she gets back, I'll say with the 24, the 19, and 19, you're able to come across a couple rebel soldiers with like the classic white helmets and all, passing by here and there. As you do see the doors, which Nura has seen before, with a couple officers guarding the door. As a few of them look at you and say, "Halt! This is a restricted area. No one is allowed access here."
And I'm going to walk forward to them, and I'm going to say, I do believe that Senator Organa would like to speak to me. And I take out my lightsaber hilt, and I don't activate it. I just hold it out in front of me.
They look over at the hilt and then back at you and say, as they quickly just are like, as they look over and says, "You're a Jedi?" No, what? Put it away.
Sorry. I'm a Jedi of the Old Order. I survived the execution. I need to get in to see Senator Organa to at least let him know that I'm alive. He's not alone in this fight.
Organa right now is in the middle of an important meeting with these Mandalorians on this station. I will inform him that you need to speak to him. You can wait here, but this meeting has gone on for quite some time. This is very important.
It's all right.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's all right.
Guys.
It's okay. Hold on 1 second, Nova. It's all right. Tell him Jedi Master Bardan will be waiting by a YT-1300 transport. Please don't leave the station without having him come to see me.
All right, I'll inform him when he gets out of here.
Thank you very much, young man. And I'm going to stalk off a little bit more confident and calm now. Now I'm not panicking.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Nova, who is walking up to the ship with a crate full of parts. Nova, I understand
what looks like a larger sealed container, which the droid is carrying, which looks pretty heavy. Like the droid's kind of moving slowly with it.
Like,
Nova, you're aware that Victor is not a dog. He does not eat treats. I don't know why you're gathering scrap metal.
Oh, that's not scrap metal. Just wait and see.
I'm not very patient, Nova. Could you perhaps explain?
That is part of our deal with selling all the Stormtrooper armor we got our hands on, including the Death Trooper armor.
You got raw materials in return for that armor.
No, I got a little more than that. I got us a deal on upgrading our ship and resources.
Interesting.
150,000.
150,000? You know what? I have hundreds of thousands of credits myself. I will not ask any questions. Just make sure it doesn't blow us up when we leave the star system.
No, I trust them. We gotta... Alright, I'm gonna be gone for a bit. Gotta work on these upgrades.
Understood. Good luck. I am meeting
here,
with
I had to hand over a data chip. Here's a contact information to upgrade the ship and any credits we want for that.
Excellent. I should also let you know, Nova, that I am meeting with a very important individual whose identity I'm not at liberty to share. We are not leaving the station until I speak with them. Am I understood?
2 months later.
Shut up. Senator Organa's going to want to speak with me.
Senator, by any chance? Because I saw him earlier in the day.
And I'm going to kind of lean you forward. Yes, it's Senator Organa. I've given my name to his guards, and he's going to speak with me. We might be able to get some sort of support more than just a, yes, we'll help you occasionally. We might actually be able to get in with the resistance.
Yeah, I think we could have done that at any time. You're not so quick on the uptake, are you, at times, Nora?
I'm not going to trust a bunch of ragtag rebels with a CR-90 Corvette, but I am going to trust a Republic senator who actually cared about the Jedi Order enough to, I don't know, visit the temple every now and again.
Let a smuggler, I point at myself, 2 ex-war veterans who want to kill you, I kind of point and just away, and various other criminals? We're all
I don't
criminals,
always...
Rook. Nora,
I
we're all criminals.
I don't get to choose my friends, but I do get to choose the path I walk on, and I choose to protect every single one of you, and if he helps it, then damn it, I'm going to do what I can.
I don't understand you times, Nora, and I'm just gonna turn and start walking towards the ship.
If it's any, and I'm going to say telepathically, if it's any consolation, I don't understand myself sometimes. I'm just going to walk away.
Okay.
I'm going to wait by the ship because that's what I told them. I'm going to wait there literally as long as it takes.
Alrighty. So,
Pass.
clones like to do any more roleplay at all?
I'm gonna let Buckeye go first, but I'm gonna check my inventory, or at least my weapons,
Gotcha.
real fast.
Yeah, I got a bit more to do.
Okay.
So I'd still be at the cantina with the Mandos by that point.
Yeah, you'd still be there. It's just more in the
yeah.
background when Nora was heading out.
So, how's the life in this clan? You've told me there were a lot of clones. How'd they end up here? I'm asking to both Mandos because I would have grouped up with them.
Okay.
Considering I paid them a ton of credits, they're still at the bar.
Okay. So, the bigger guy looks towards you and sets his drink down as he's slugging it. It says, "The general that we have here, he's actually been here as long as the war has gone on. He's recruited a couple, let's just say, rogue clones that wanted to go with him, so they weren't decommissioned by your creators. They joined our ranks in a couple of their generations of, well, with our mothers and aunts and such. They've come across and made a couple of us here. Me, I'm not one of them. But a few of our higher ranking lieutenants and majors, they are most likely going to be the generations of clones. But right now, they're quite young. They don't have the same... What is that thing you guys have? It's like trying to snap his fingers, but it's kind of clothy.
Inhibitor chip.
No, not that. The aging faster thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those generations don't have those, so they're still young and in training. They're just lieutenants for now because they're right
That's
next
good.
to their
They'll
own
live a
fathers.
decently normal childhood.
True. She looks over and says, the lady looks over and says, and we have to admit, those, what is it, 501st Legions? Those guys were pretty tough, and the fact that we even had a few in our ranks, a few of us stayed, but the higher ones that were clones, they left as soon as that battle was seen. They knew that if they were going to get caught, they were most likely going to get court-martialed.
I'm not surprised.
Just a reminder that clones are not citizens within the Republic; they're property.
Yeah.
So court martial would have been death, basically.
Depending on the general that was in charge at the time.
True. As she looks over towards you and says, "You and your brother, I'm surprised you two aren't even with the Empire. You guys rogues as well?
The Empire abandoned me a long time ago, and I'm not exactly sure what happened to Hawk. I don't remember. Sorry.
Oh, it's
It's okay. He's just sitting over on one side of the bar. The only weapon he carried with him in here, other than the vibro knuckler, was his shotgun. He's just sitting over there cleaning it.
the big guy looks
It's
over.
not loaded, of course.
Yeah. The big guy looks over towards Hawk. He's like, I know your name now, bud. As he just quickly
Hawk just looks up and looks back down at his shotgun as he's cleaning it.
he looks over and says, the big guy turns towards you, Buckeye. Well, since you guys are rogues, have you ever considered joining?
I'm not sure. What would joining do?
Well, my officer could tell you. She stands up and comes over towards you and says, joining a Mandalorian, well, culture and clan is no easy task. You would have to prove your worth here, and you would have to pull your own like the rest of us all do for the clan. You would have to uphold the very meaning of Mandalore itself. In other words, this is the way. Yeah, this is the way. Newest saying we've had so far.
I'll think about it.
And that also goes for you too, man. If you ever decide you want to join up with us, the offer stands with you too. You're both as equals.
Who was that referring to?
He's referring to Hawk.
Hawk, yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yes. Give me a second.
I the conversation looks pretty much done at that point. So I'll get up. Thanks for having me. If you ever wish to contact me, I'll leave you this contact information. Contact information towards my communicator or whatever.
She looks over towards and says, this isn't a date call, is it? As she gives you like the sort of look of like the kind of like up and down look, but not really.
If you ever want it to be.
Careful, man. You know she hits hard.
I put my hand on the side she hit. Yeah. Yes, I do.
He finishes his drink as he walks over towards Hawk and says, and Hawk, I want to give you something since you're able to beat me. As he pulls out from what looks like a side pocket of sorts, he pulls out a necklace that has a symbol of what looks like to be some type of creature. The shape of it is almost like a symbol of God, what is it? It kind of looks like the claw of a rancor. Like it's shaped in the claw of like a rancor that dangles off of the wrist piece. As he hands it towards you and says, "This was given to me by a friend. Me and him both fought off a rancor together. You beat me in a single fight, and I don't even know you. I think you should have this. It's my respect to you."
and he does the two-finger salute again to the Mandalorian. I'm trying to think of something to actually say, but I can't really think of anything at the moment.
Sorry, I'm putting on you on the spot.
Oh no, it's just that sometimes I'm just not creative on some days when it comes to stuff.
It's fine. Are you gonna take the necklace at all, or no?
Yeah, I'll accept it.
Okay, so as you grab the necklace, you hold it. You feel that it is made out of Beskar. As you hold it and do the salute, the chain piece on it, it's not made out of actual metal. It's made of like a very thick cloth, like weave, kind of like the same material that he's wearing. As he does the finger taunt towards you, and then does the like fist to chest, close to heart thing to you, and does the head nod, and then he heads off to go do something, as he holds his chest a little bit still. So, as that's finishing up, I believe.
Yeah.
I will stay out of character. Hawk would find it amusing that his chest is still. He's not glad he hurt someone. He's kind of finding it amusing that the guy's chest is still sore after that fight. This is out of character thing because he's got his helmet on and he's not really making any noise at the moment.
Even after Nora healed him, oh my word. You laid the hurt on that guy, man.
Yeah, dude.
And I only took 13 points of damage. I expected to get hurt way more
That
than
guy
that.
rolling that barbarian's dice must be upset. Man, imagine losing that badly to some half-age, punked-up dude like a clone trooper. Man, I must be so embarrassed. As Nora takes 8d8 force damage. All right.
Psychic damage for losing.
So,
Oh no!
As Hawk takes 8d8 necrotic damage at level 4.
so good.
Anyway.
So
I'm always going to taunt you for that plug. I am always going to taunt you for
I know
that.
you are. So,
just because it's funny.
as what looks like the meetings are beginning to finish up at the doorway, the officer comes over towards you, Nora, and says, Organa is willing to speak with you, but he needs to speak with one of your compatriots first.
Which one of my compatriots would he speak to?
I didn't get her name. She was some...
She, very well, she. I will get her. And I'm going to walk up and I'm going to very quietly say telepathically once I'm in the ship, Nova, I do believe Senator Organa would like to speak with you. He referred to a she.
Yeah, I figured he'd come calling. And as the door to the engine room kind of opens and I step out, you kind of look around the corner and you see a naked droid. Not he doesn't have his armor on, he looks like a commando droid, but literally he looks like an R2 unit before he got his skin.
What? Like, never mind. And I shut the door with the force.
I open it again, leave. I'm like, God damn it! As I wander down.
I feel very exposed.
Yeah. Just stay in the room. I'll finish your armor later.
If this were a popular show, if this were a popular show, that would be an art thing.
Dude, it would be... Oh, God,
Somebody would draw fan art of that.
It's not like I like you or anything, but fuck off.
Like a lady.
Exposed.
Anyway, so...
Paint me like one of your French girls.
So...
Okay.
As the officer looks towards you, he guides you over towards the door as two Mandalorians, one of which has a very similar look towards towards the Phase 1 clone trooper helmet. I showed that art before. He steps out of the door next to another Mandalorian who is a bit taller than him, but has his helmet off to his side and is more of a grizzled, older gentleman. He has like a scar across his eye, somewhat gray hair. As he looks towards you and nods, heading out with the person right next to him. As you enter into the room, you see several screens that have popped up, and in the center, what seems to be a holo map of various of across the galaxy, and several dots being pinpointed of locations.
Do you want to leave this as a like surprise thing for the group, or are you okay doing this public?
I'm okay with doing this public.
Okay.
As you enter into there, you see Senator Organa, a little more aged than he was, holding his daughter. As she looks over and says, "Is that Daddy? Is that the lady?" And says, "Yes, that is. Welcome."
Yeah. Once we've come in, I'm gonna take off my helmet and kind of place it on a table or something.
She, Princess Leia looks over towards you and says, "Whoa, are you a Dorian?"
No, I'm a Chiss.
Chess. Wow. These meetings are important, dear. I suggest you go with C-3PO. As you see the gold droid in the corner, as she says, "Come along, princess. We have other stuff to do." And she says, "Okay." She walks over with C-3PO. They exit into a separate room. As there's several other officers and people there, one of them begins to speak up and says, "Organa, who is she?" "This is one of our secret operatives that have been working with us for undercovering several things. And, as of lately, she has also provided us with the means of commencing Operation Spy." As you then see, what's the three-eyed goat species called?
I know what you're talking about.
What is it, the Gotal or something? Let me
Yeah,
search it real quick. I can pull up the speak.
That is.
Okay.
You never blame them for their creativity with names.
Gotal. So as you see a more red-colored Gotal just looks over and says, "Secret operatives? Why are we having secret operatives now? They can easily be discovered. Calm yourself, Senator Bolin. She has helped us before and is with one of our more droid-based operatives as well, and one of our
No, it's not the Gotal.
No?
It's not. Let me pull it up real quick. I'll figure out which one it is.
Okay.
Plus, I'm the one that supplied you with information on the clone data chips, and I hand over a slip. If I was really with the Empire, would I show you this? And I activate it, and it's a replay of the Empire's Force Vision to us.
Force vision?
When he showed up in front of us to threaten us.
Oh, it's recording of the Emperor.
They look at the hologram as a few of their faces just become shocked at this, and they all begin to look at one another, discuss.
Just around a table, like, is there a chair free?
There's a few chairs, but it's more of like a stand-up table area. There are a few chairs here and there.
Okay.
So yeah, a couple officers are operating stuff here and there.
I'm just gonna kind of raise my eyebrows and like, that good enough for you?
He looks over and scuffs and just, "If you're able to get this sort of information, then why not work with us directly? Besides the spy-based business that you're doing."
I find you can probably ask your boss, but I find we get a fair bit done when you don't know.
Agreed. She has been helping us so far, and the fact that she was able to get this much information is quite staggering. We thank you very much for your contribution.
No problem, but you might want to. I got a Jedi on the ship, and he apparently knows of you.
Jedi? Bring him in.
Well, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody else that can wave his hand and throw stuff around.
A Jedi could easily help us in this tide of the war, if we are to prepare for it. We are not at war yet. We are not even prepared for such.
Yeah.
I'll have my
Have
office-
you guys
I'll have my
have
officer
you guys
call him.
seen the Have you guys seen the clone regiment they have with that other chiss?
Another human comes over and says, "Yes, we did see that over the news, and the fact that they have a clone regiment means only one thing. They're going to be using their old tactics against us, and that's not good for our forces. The fact that they have even trained soldiers beforehand, this is
Wait.
going to cost
Do
a great
you guys
deal.
have Do you guys have active clones in your forces right now?
We only
X clones.
We only have barely even a handful, but even they are skeptic, and are more with our special operatives as well. A few of them are with the same commander that are under you. Well, that you follow.
You guys. I look around. I'm like, everybody here trusted? Like, is this secure?
Yes, this is a secure location. The Mandalorians
Okay.
have ensured that.
Good. Have they been checked medically? Over? Did you get the thing removed?
Our medical experts have been able to pinpoint where their inhibitor chips are, yes. Removal has been semi-unsuccessful without slight issues. A few of the clones have had some mental incapacitations. If not, a couple have had some failures and, well, fatal accidents.
Talk to the droid if you want more information on that. And got two I guess current clones. I don't know what the term. I got two with my the crew.
You have two clones. If they can be able to speak with us and tell us of someone who can bring out these inhibitor chips properly, then we can easily recruit more clone troopers into this. But we also need to be aware that some of them will not join us willingly. These clones are not property, Senator. These are people just like you and me.
Plus, they have a
Can I
short
hear it?
temper, and I wouldn't try to piss them off.
I agree with that one. I've seen clones work at hand when I was just a boy. They can very much well handle themselves against a couple droids, let alone against other people.
Yeah. Speaking of, never mind. So, what do you call me in for? Besides, I point at the data strip that I assume I can see where, like, if they have that on them, I'm gonna point at that. Like, besides that,
They said, "Yes, we are trying to get in contact with an actual Jedi currently, but we have been unsuccessful with a few that are still scattered. We believe that we have a few Jedi in question that could be able to help us. One of which I know personally, but he is gone into exile. Two of which are within similar range. We currently believe that Shak Ti, Jedi Counselor, is on Felucia right now, training. And another one is a Wookiee officer a Wookiee Jedi who is on Kashyyyk trying to free his people with little to success."
yeah, we hit that planet a while ago to get some Wookiees out. That not exactly a lightly armored position.
Wookiees?
A
Oh,
small
Organa.
tribe.
Organa, if we can be able to get a few of the Wookiees into our ranks, they could also train us in guerrilla-based tactics. Just imagine the slight advantage on the ground. Agreed. That would be a much advantage. Where exactly is this tribe that you described?
I'm not gonna tell you that. I'll ask them if they'd be interested in helping, though.
Of course. Make sure you can get back to us right away with that information. We do have another Jedi that we believe is willing to join up with us, but they're currently upheld within a special containment. And getting to them is not going to be easy either. We believe this Jedi is currently within the new, he's holding his head, as the other officer continues, we believe this Jedi is with the gladiator pits as a prize reward for whatever champion fights against whoever. Jedi Master Oraban Dever. He was one of the few Jedi that were training younglings, and we believe with his expertise, he could be able to help out, not only getting what we believe Jedi younglings out, but also help us within the fight. As he pulls.
Okay, but why isn't if this is public knowledge, why hasn't the Empire already moved in on him though?
They have him capped up as a trophy for whoever is to beat any of the beasts within the gladiator pits. It's within the new event that has been presented by the Empire for the entertainment.
The announcement that we saw, was it last session or was it the session beforehand?
It was last session.
Yes.
Was it you that saw that or me? I forget who.
It was you
Oh,
and
yeah.
Nura.
I saw that. I wasn't sure they'd be that ballsy though.
The Empire has been quite slacking when it comes to the Jedi, at least upholding them. At least for the ones that they believe are not as important. But that will undermine them quite well. And in our favor as well. If we can get these Jedi underhand, and if they will be willing to join us, we can easily get started on bringing back the old Republic.
Exactly the same? You do realize it collapsed because of one despot, right?
We will be changing its ways and its flaws that the old Republic had done. We have not put it in full thought on how we're going to do that, focusing more upon what we can do now. Future plans for future needs. But for now, if you can try and get in contact with either of these two Jedi for now, and if you're real ballsy, which we know that you are, go into the gladiator pits to rescue this other Jedi. We would be most grateful for this.
We have a group of 4 right now, and unfortunately one's a Jedi, so he wouldn't be able to help in the fight. What are the numbers they're requiring for their tournaments?
The numbers currently are a 12-round session, separated between 2 compatriots, which then go off into whoever wins either fight against on, until eventually the champion is given the opportunity to fight this Jedi one-on-one.
But how big are the groups, like, in the tournament? 2, you said?
The groups are usually a one-on-one fight, and then they continue off into another fight.
You're gonna have to talk to one of the clones then. I'm good, but they're way better at their combat.
Cool. So, Nura, as you look around, an officer gets on his comms and says to you, "I believe Organa's ready to see you. I can lead you there."
Absolutely, I will follow. And I'm going to wear ceremonial Jedi robes. I have one set with me, and it is the classic dark brown with the hood.
Okay. So, as you do follow them, he then gets another communication, says, "Your friends, the clones, they may want to be talked to as well. I would suggest you let them know, just in case."
Very well, then. I'm going to get on my communicator. Hawk, Buckeye, a very important someone would like to speak to you. Meet outside where you see the white helmeted guards.
Alright, I'll try to find them.
And wear your armor. All of it.
Which set?
Your 212th set, if you do not mind.
I don't
Whatever
have
is
a
well,
wrong clone, but alright.
whichever set is your clone armor, whichever clearly identifies you as a clone trooper.
Alright.
Well, it looks like I'm going back to the what is it? The combat, what is it? The something combat armor. It's the improved version.
Yeah, it's standard combat armor for clone troopers.
Yeah, but he got his improved
Yeah.
a little bit, I believe.
Yes, he got it work done. He got a improved variant with yeah. So yes.
So as he opens the door, you see Nova sitting. Are you sitting in a chair, Nova? They're muted.
Kind of like overly so, like just very relaxed, kind of smirking at the one guy that's being asked to be like, I know this is pissing you off.
Okay, so you see the door open as Nura walks in with his ceremonial brown robes.
I'm going to give a kind of a queer look to Nova, but my attention is quickly going to be grabbed by Bail Organa, and I'm going to, with my fingers folded in front of me, I'm going to walk forward, and as the door closes, I'm going to bow from the waist up. Senator Organa.
He bows towards you and says, Jedi, it is nice to see that the old is still with us. How has your travels been?
My travels have been difficult, but the way has been alleviated by the assistance of some friends, and I will look at Nova. Many of my companions have been strong and able to help me, and I can tell you this, Senator. I have since had 3 apprentices since the old order fell, and the Jedi Order is growing, if by small increments.
Very good. It is good that the order is being brought back slowly. Just make sure the Empire isn't able to detect you. That is the last thing we all hope for.
Absolutely, Senator. And I'm going to take a seat, assuming that I am wanted.
Yeah. So, as we explained to your friend here, there are some Jedi that we believe are willing to be recruited, and one of which is in a bit of a stuck situation with the Empire.
Yes, the gladiatorial pits. I saw that transmission. I wondered if they would have a Jedi.
We have confirmation that they do. They are hosting a 12-man arenas, 1v1s, until eventually there is a single champion who goes against this Jedi. And the reward, as described, if they are to pull up the information, the other officer clicks the button as on the hologram pops up on the display of the so far 5 people that have entered in, with a couple Rhodian, Zazikins and such, and all those other races of all sorts, with some missing spots that are just blacked out, waiting to be accepted. They believe that if they are to win, they are able to get the lightsaber of this very Jedi, but so far they have him chained up and beaten badly. This Jedi is still holding on to hope, as we all are.
This is most unfortunate. No child of the Force deserves a fate like this. Senator Organa, I would be more than willing to assist this Jedi if I could, but as I'm certain you've come to understand after the execution of Order 66, the Jedi must remain in hiding and must remain out of the public eye. We have already endangered ourselves in dealing with the Empire, freeing Wookiees and building small pockets of resistance, invading Imperial installations. Hell, we were on Coruscant at one point inside the Jedi Temple. I am more than willing to help this Jedi if I'm given the time, but unfortunately, to maintain our position off the Empire's radar, we've had to get involved with the criminal underworld for a little bit of time. We have pressing matters that we must attend to, and this was only ever a way station. I ask for your patience and for your continued communication as we attempt to solve all of our problems together.
We will be able to wait on these Jedi for as long as we can, but we need to get them under here if they're willing to join us soon. However, I do understand that they will need to be in hiding. They will be operating in more of our secretive and more, let us just say, needed. His head hurts from the amount of thinking, as the guy says, they will be working with more of our secret operations, more towards gathering resources for the coming battles in the future. But we are really needing them for an issue that has popped up that we believe the Emperor has presented that will easily wipe out this our rebel alliance quite soon.
And what project would this be?
The Organa places in a chip that looks very different from any other chip that he usually carries. We believe this operation is Empire Shadow. We believe that they are taking some of the old Force-sensitive children, and if not old Jedi, and using them against whoever opposes them. We have come across this very information provided by your friend here, but if these individuals are to be released onto the galaxy, they will make sure that the Empire wins. Even with whatever else the Empire is planning, they will enforce it with the Force.
Wait, so the Empire is one of the whole things is about the Jedi being evil. Couldn't you use that against them?
The councils have been trying to get a hold of this information. Right now, this is secret, and no other person knows about this except for I and the fellow rankings in this very room right now, and the operative that you are under as well, Nova.
I must say, Senator, we have run into these individuals, more than half a dozen of them on the planet of Ilum. They were securing the old Jedi temple there, and I must say, they are no Jedi. They were no match for us. I must say, the project is already well underway.
Then if these... What is the word again for non-Jedi?
Dark Jedi or Sith, Senator.
Thank you. If these Dark Jedi or Sith are to be presented into the galaxy out of nowhere, people will be fearful. And I do believe fear is what drives a lot of what the Empire is going for. If we can cut this out and expose this, the Empire will be in a very bad position.
Well, to be completely honest, Senator, I would do whatever I can to fight, but I do not believe this is a battle that can be won with blasters and starships and lightsabers. This is a battle that must be fought from behind the scenes until we are ready to strike. It may be years before we gather enough strength to fight back against the Empire.
That's why we are starting to gather as much as we can now. We are in no position to fight as the coming years are to be. We will only.
Aren't you worried about? Are you worried about this base then? I mean, it's a stationary above a planet, and you did beat them. Aren't you worried about, Star Destroyers?
The Mandalorians have actually taken over this by decree. Since it is in the conquering of this Mandalorian area, they now control it. The Empire was only here to try and subjugate it, yet again, but as we have learned, the Senate is not wishing to press the Mandalorians into submission as easily as they are willing to. The Mandalorians we're trying to recruit here to fight with us are making sure of that as well. They are not wanting to pick either side and wanting to stay out of a war altogether. With their forces, though, they would be able to help us. The Mandalorians' training could even bring so, if not their own armor of Beskar.
Yeah, I don't think they're ever gonna give you that.
Which is precisely what the Empire is trying to force upon. We believe the Empire is also planning to strike against the Mandalorians to uphold their own materials against them and use them for more of their own designs for possible assault tanks.
That sounds terrifying.
Indeed. And with the designs that have been presented within the Council and the Senate, this is quite terrifying indeed, as he pulls up schematics, that of course he had stolen, of what looks like AT-ATs.
Oh, heck. No!
If they are to get their hands on Beskar armor with these AT-ATs, there will be no stopping the Empire.
Terrifying weapon.
How many, is Mandalore the planet on a out-of-the-way little path, or is it a main system? on a route.
Are you asking DM or them?
Asking DM if I would.
I believe Mandalore. Well, you guys are pretty much close to Mandalore, but Mandalore
It's
is
it's
out
Outer
in the
Rim.
Outer Rim.
Have you thought about mining the Mandalore system, the webways?
The Mandalorians would instantly find us not appealing. We are not wanting to simply mine away their material, and we are not willing
No,
to pick a fight with them.
No, I mean them mine it. If they want to be left alone, and I'm sure their help would be helpful, but if the negatives of them joining the Empire are that bad, why don't you help them stay away from the fight then?
They are willing to do us their own.
And if you
The
prefer them
Mandalorians-
as neutral rather than an enemy, or just not lose their resources, if they mine the paths to their planet and just kind of keep those up to date and things like that, the Empire's gonna have a hell of a time and a whole bunch of wasted resources to actually get to them.
That's why they.
And then you have Mandalorians out here.
The Mandalorians that are here are trying to make sure that the Mandalorian ways are continued. We cannot assist them on Mandalore, for they are quite stubborn in having assistance, especially with outsiders not of their own.
Unfortunately, we have a whole bunch of other. I kind of look at Nura and like we do actually have a fair bit of things going on right now. But which of these is like? What do you think, Nura?
Well, let's consider our options. We have rendezvousing with Jedi Masters on other planets. We have rallying support for the rebellion, and we have our own personal matters to deal with. I'll tell you this. This Jedi that is in the gladiatorial arena may require some outside assistance from yourself, Senator Organa, in order to free. I would be more than willing to make contact with Master Shock T on Felucia should I have the time. But for the next few days, maybe even the next few weeks, I need to deal with a problem in the Outer Rim to settle these debts with the criminal underworld. Then perhaps even I could have a lifeline to a certain very large slug on Tatooine that could potentially be of use to you and the rebellion if you would consider such an alliance. After that,
Frown on my face. Big frown on my face.
yeah, Nura's not happy about it either. He's like, I don't really want to do this, but like, hey, it's a connection. So Nura's not an idiot. He understands logistics.
Organa looks towards you and says, Jabba the Hutt was a considered candidate for possible regard. We did try contacting him, but he is not willing to give up his lanes for us. In fact, we had one of our spies be in there at one point in time before they were, discovered. And the Empire had gotten to them already, and had already said that they are to be in subrogation quite soon. So you be wary of that area.
Believe me, Senator, I will be, and he is not aware of my nature as of yet. I am simply a useful tool that continues to bring in results. That is why I am maintaining a healthy distance professionally with Jabba, and ensuring that if the need so arises, perhaps I can make connections. I'm currently in negotiation with an interested party, and although I have very little desire to affiliate myself with criminals, perhaps I could use these connections to your benefit. But Senator,
the freaking huts.
Absolutely. Senator, before we end this conversation, I would like to ask you a few questions closer to home, if you don't mind.
That is all right for now, but we do have to wrap up soon.
Yes, just a few questions. Firstly, as you understand, I was a diplomat on Naboo. I was a mediator between the Gungans and the people of Naboo. I had personal dealings with Senator Amidala. I was very fond of her over a time, and I had constant dealings with her. She disappeared at the end of the war. Do you know what happened to her?
The room just gets quiet as you just hear the beeping of several machines as he looks down and sort of just weighs a bit and says, Senator Amidala did not make it at the end of the war. She was able to give birth to her children.
And Nora just kind of like looks down in shock. I'm sorry. I had no idea. I should have been there. I was in exile until knees barely holding it together.
It is all right. Her children are safe.
I guess no one's going to address the bun-haired elephant in the room.
The bun-haired
Anyway.
elephant in the room.
Yeah, she's not in the room anymore. That's the thing. Nora would have been all over. He would have been like, "Hello, little girl, you're adorable. Let me, He would have impressed her.
And another thing is, he probably knew to keep her away because he knows she might be force sensitive, and you might be able to pick up on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's not stupid.
Right. He's not an idiot. He's very smart. So Nora's going to kind of look up. Well, please, you know the names of any Jedi that survived the Purge. I only have assumptions to go off of. I've been on the run for the last 5 years.
He looks towards you as he does like a come closer and puts a hand over your shoulder. If you're wanting to know if any of the Jedi on the Council have made it, they have. 2 of them are hidden right now and are wishing to stay hidden. I do know of where their locations are, and I will not be revealing them. But I will tell you this.
Yes. Their
Master
names,
Yoda
please,
is
Senator.
alive.
Oh! As long as he's alive, the Order survives. Oh!
And
Well, Yoda's like the one Jedi who could. Yoda's the one Jedi who survived who ends up communicating with a lot of other Jedi through the Force.
And I will say this: I'm not trying to make Nora some OP character, but because he's a Drathos and lives for as long as Yoda's species does, Yoda helped Nora in his training, and Nora sought him for guidance because Nora saw him as like a second master to kind of get based off of. So anyway,
everyone saw Yoda as the second master.
Yeah, Yoda was everyone's master. But anyway.
So why is it that Nora sounds like Poe from Kung Fu Panda right now?
Too.
I think I'm master of Ki now. Of course you are.
I didn't mean like that, but yeah. Anyway, continue, plug.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi as well.
Master Kenobi. Oh my. I'm. If those 2 are living, then the Order may yet be saved.
But for now, they are in hiding. They believe that when the time comes, they will emerge when it is needed. 2 hopes are in waiting.
Yes. And if there's anything I can do to assist in that endeavor, please let me know. You have contact with my friend here, and Nora kind of like blinks for a minute, which I wasn't aware of until this point. We'll have to discuss that later. But I would be more than willing to help if you should ever have need of an old fossil like me.
We will let you know if we need your assistance. But for now, stay in hiding, and may the Force be with you.
Sorry. As a clone trooper outside the door sneezes. Oh yes, I had called for 2 of my companions.
Right.
They've both had their inhibitor chips.
We will finish the meeting here, but I wish for the clones to talk with our medical team to try and better them, and also get a better understanding on how we can remove these inhibitor chips as well.
Yes, sir. And
do I see?
Well, hold on, real quick.
Can I?
Well, 1 second. That's literally the last thing I'll say. In going, Senator, and I stand up and begin to walk out. I am an experienced healer. That's what I've put my life into studying. If there's any way I can help other clone troopers remove their chips or rehabilitate, I would more than happily volunteer my services.
We will let you know if we need your assistance.
Thank you, Senator. And I'm going to open the door.
As Nura opens the door, he'll see me arguing with one of the guards. Or listen here, you son of a clanker. My buddy there summoned me to see your boss. Now you let me in. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. But he was specific on 2 clones.
Yes, and yet you blocked me from coming in.
They're in the middle of a meeting. They didn't.
Sorry,
They didn't allow me to let you in just yet. It's protocol.
But you got my buddy in.
As you hear the door, the door opens.
Buckeye, leave this poor man alone. Senator, my compatriot. And I'm going to give Buckeye a look, and Buckeye telepathically, leave the man alone.
He says,
I'm just gonna cross my arms and grunt.
Please come in.
And
Hawkeye, are you?
I'm going to.
Yeah,
Hawkeye.
I'm here. I got disconnected for a minute.
Come on, guys. They
Hello?
don't fight.
I'm going to bow and step outside.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of give a quick wave and salute, and also head back to the ship.
Okay.
And actually,
So, the Senator Organa and several other officers are right there as they look towards you and says, "We have several questions for you, gentlemen. We are needing some assistance." As the goat person looks over and says, "You may remove your helmets if you wish. We are completely secure here."
like if removing the helmets would make a difference from showing the entire set of armor. They know we're clones. We're not hiding it. And I'll keep my helmet on my head.
We are needing to see where exactly the pinpoint areas of these inhibited chips would be. We believe that if we are able to recruit a few of the clones that are with us without fatally hurting them, or psychosically hurting them, we can be able to recruit them properly. Right now, they are in rehabilitation for physical needs, and with the lack of medical procedure that we have with these, we would like to know exactly where these points are so we can properly, well, deal with them. If we are able to do so successfully, just think of the amount of clones that would be willing to join the Republic. We would have more of an advantage than ever before in future battles.
My hair's grown back, so you'd have a fair amount of trouble finding the spot, but I look towards Hawk.
Speaking of which, how many weeks or months has it been since I had mine removed?
Shit, that's right. I'd say it's been about 2 or 3 months so far.
Okay, so he'd start growing his hair back probably a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Although there'd probably still be a minor scar wherever it was at.
Oh yeah, there would definitely be a scar still. Organa looks towards you both and says, "But before we begin, do you both at least have names?"
Well, my name's Hawk.
I'm Buckeye.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Hawk and Buckeye. The three-eyed goat guy looks over as he quickly is like, "Wait, here we go." He pulls out a bag of like medical notes and everything, as a droid right next to him, kind of like the little, not Mouser droids, but the, what's that one droid that's kind of weird looking, has like the really wide ass hips and the like big
tiny
fan
little
ears?
head, yes.
The big fan ears.
Yes, I forget.
Yeah, he comes over with a data chip, or no, not data chip, data pad, as he has like some medical modifications to him, like such as an extra arm for like writing and pinpointing with needles and stuff, and like the eyeglass over one eye. As the as the senator looks over towards you and says, "Before I became a senator, I became a doctor. I always wanted to make sure that all people were healthy, no matter who they were. May I please examine your heads to see where the pinpoints would be?"
Yeah, Hawk just takes off his helmet nonchalantly.
I reluctantly do so as well.
All right. He says, "You both have hair, but don't worry, I'm not here to shave you." As he just sort of goes through your guys' hair and says, "Right, yes, droid." As he hands him over a scanner and scans the sides of it and says, "Yes, this is perfect. This is exactly where they would be at. Who was the practitioner who removed these?"
I'm not at liberty to say.
Please, if we were to know of this person's methods, we would be able to help hundreds, if not thousands of clones that would be willing to join us. A few of them that we have right now are willing, but a few are not able to at this moment.
I'm not at liberty to say. I'm sorry, but I can't.
Very well, then. We at least know where the pinpoints are, and judging by the certification, this was by someone who has a very, very advanced knowledge of such. Oh, right. Okay. Do you at least know what type of technology that he was using? The equipment? Anything that could give us somewhat of an advantage? Anything, please. We are desperate to help out these clones.
It was native. Our technology. Kaminoan.
Damn.
That's all I can say.
Organa looks over and says, "That technology will not be able to get us far. Right now, the Empire has Camino under their thumb, but they've stopped any production of clones thus far, and any remaining clones are helping training regular civilians at those locations. Perhaps one day we will be able to get that technology. One day." As the medical center goat guy finishes up and says, "Thank you very much for this. We owe you a great amount of thanks. If there is anything at all that you two need or wanting to assist with, we would be more than happy to gain something from you. Your partner and your Jedi friend have assisted with what they can so far."
I'm not ready. I'm sorry, but I'm not ready to risk my life in another war.
"We are not asking to risk your life in a war, but to merely train at least a few individuals to better strategize." And he just seems very distraught just talking about it and says, "We are not wanting a war at all, my boy. We are just..."
As I put my helmet back on.
Maybe once I'm done finished healing from this last war, I might be able to help, but not for a while.
Organa speaks up. "We completely understand. Let your heals wound and let your scars fade a bit. We will make sure, and we will have positions ready for you when you are wanting to join. It is your choice after all. To us, you are people. You are not property." "Senators, I believe it's time that we gather up our things and we head out for the time." "Right. Thank you again, you two." As he puts all of his stuff away, they head off into another room. Organa heads back over on his comm and says, "Thirpio, bring the princess back over to the ship. Right away, sir." And they all head out. The officers that were there and says, "You two should probably get going. We're going to be packing up whatever's here." So, as that's also happening, should I roll to see if something else interesting happens?
I mean,
Show.
I think we're pretty close to being done for the night.
I think the party. I think Nero wants to confront Nova about this, but
Okay.
I know. I'm saying like I think I'm pretty done for the session tonight. How do you guys feel?
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty close.
Alrighty.
do you want to do a little more roleplay and kind of get the ship started? Like we don't have to organize all that stuff, but we kind of go and the ship's being like time skip is the end, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine. I could say we'll end the session for you guys getting ready, and then we're gonna time skip over to the adventure that is in waiting, which is what I will be developing over this week for next week. So, as you guys are all heading back over to the ship, engines are beginning to warm up and get ready. Coolants are recharging. What would you guys like to do?
I'm
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
I'm done.
Rook.
I'm done for the night. I've got nothing really else pressing that I want to do. I want to save it for next session.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Buckeye, Hawk, do you guys want to do that one thing where where we head off to that one thing before we head off to the adventure?
Hold on a sec. I mean, sure, if you're up to Hawk.
Is it the thing?
It's the thing.
Yeah, I think it's a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, I'd be down to do it.
Alrighty then. So, as you all are preparing to head out and getting the ship revved up, you guys head off into hyperspace for a little while, and I will get the music prepared. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this part, and Rook, you're gonna really love this and hate this at the same time.
Okay.
So, as you all are heading out into hyperspace, the coordinates to there is a little bit different. It's not to the place that you guys are gonna go of a desert planet, but it's kind of back more towards where Tatooine is at. As you guys are heading towards there, do you two want to exchange words right here before we hit the scene?
Oh wow.
What did you say? It was kind of choppy on my end for a second.
Do you guys want to talk a little bit, roleplay, and then we finish off with the scene for tonight?
If anyone else wants to initiate roleplay, then I'm down for it.
Yeah, I'm back at the ship, like finishing stuff up. If you want to have that conversation, I'm totally fine with that. Like, I knew this was coming.
I have no idea what's going to happen, and honestly, I'm a little bit role played out for the night. I'm like, ugh.
Okay.
Wait, wouldn't like I'm not sure how to board the subject, but wouldn't someone have noticed like, oh, that's weird, we're not going to the place we're supposed to go?
I don't know where we're going. I didn't recognize the world.
Well,
He said that instead of going to the world we were supposed to, the coordinates look a lot like the ones towards Tatooine.
Okay, I'm sorry.
it's all right.
I'm tired, and I'm trying to think here.
It's all right.
We are going to the planet that the spiky boy told us about, right?
We're trying to go there, yes, but that's
Yeah.
not in the same sector as Tatooine.
We're going
Nora-
to the planet where the campaign all started.
Okay,
Tatooine.
Nora would not be noticing that. No, he would be in his room, kind of thinking about what had just happened because he had a ground-shattering revelation that he was not the last Jedi.
Okay. So,
Um, who else would be in the cockpit with me?
maybe the droid or Nova.
Oh, the droid is getting his skin. Remember?
Right. He's naked.
Oh.
I guess I'd be there just watching hyperspace going on.
So the both of you are watching hyperspace go on as you slightly are getting pulled out of it towards Tatooine. And you, Hawk, have set a bit of a location yourself to where it's not towards Mos Eisley at all. It's actually more on the outskirts. As you walk on over to the area where the speeder bike is at, gathering a few things. You think in your head of what you might want to do, and the whole party hears the ship land onto somewhere as you hear the landing gear and everything. Hawk, you're pushing the speeder bike as it has its hover on for just a moment, and you look out on to the Twin Suns. As Hawk looks out onto the desert sands of Tatooine, the twin suns slowly setting, as remembering all he did and all he accomplished in his time of serving the Republic. His brother standing out onto the loading bay. He slowly turns to his brother, cloak having in the wind, as he salutes him in military fashion. Backpack full of food, rations for him in his travels, and even more than enough water to assist, ammo, and other things as well. Exchange of words.
Keep the Jedi safe, Bucky. Let me do that again.
It's alright.
Let me get the proper... Let me practice my clone accent again here for a second. Keep the Jedi safe, Bucky. Patting Bucky on the shoulder.
Will do. Come back to us in one piece, eh?
I'm gonna take it easy. Need to let those old war wounds heal. And he just gives a short chuckle. And he puts on his helmet after saluting Buckeye.
I slowly nod. I turn back towards, like, going back on the loading platform, I guess, and I stop to look back, and then I press the
Wait.
closing.
Before you do that, Hawk looks as he holds the blanket of the 212th on it, handing it to Buckeye to have him remember him by it. Buckeye returns the salute to him, heads inside of the ship as Hawk gets onto the speeder bike, activating the engines. As you hear, you close the bay doors. Heading out into the desert plains, the sands begin to set as a reddish dawn glows. The green glow of the ship's engines shoot off as they head out towards the stratosphere of Tatooine. Hawk looks up as the ship leaving pass by him, as Buckeye looks out of the side port down below the planet to see his brother that rescued him and the brother he loved to be on his own for now. Hawk continues to think of what he will do and what will happen to him now. And what does destiny hold for this clone? Only the Force will know. And that is where we will end the session for tonight. And we are beginning phase 2 officially of this campaign.
So I guess next session is when we're going to get a new transmission from a familiar code, one that Nova told to fuck off because Kark was no longer on here, except this time it's going to be a pre-recorded video message rather than a call.
Exactly. That will be left for next session. I'm glad you all were here to see it.
I will be honest, I found it pretty hard to do my clone accent there for a few minutes.
It's alright, we made it through it.
It's
I get it.
because even though I know this is the right thing for Hawk for a little bit, it's a bit hard to do.
Hawk, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were doing this.
Next session on the way to the new character, you'll receive a pre-recorded message that Hawk recorded specifically for you. I'm going to come up with what it is between the session and next.
I'm sorry. First off, I'm exhausted, and second off, Nora just got some big information, so he wouldn't really be paying attention to anything. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's fine, man. I understand
so distracted, we probably didn't even realize you'd even left the ship.
Yeah, and out of character, I didn't even realize what was going on because I was just like trying to. Oh my word! Oh, everybody now leaving or dying.
Plug is.
This one's only temporary. This one's only temporary.
I know. Oh man, Nora's never gonna let you leave his sight now.
All right, I'm gonna do.
I even specifically told Buckeye to.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all so much for watching this episode. This episode and this scene alone has been planned out for quite some time, and it officially begins with phase 2 of this campaign. So, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes by me. And make sure to share this with all your friends. And show some support. And leave in the comments what you think might happen to Hawk in his travels on Tatooine. I would really like to know your guys' thoughts. And your guys' opinions about what may or may not happen. The new character will be presented for Hawk. This is only going to be temporary character. So yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys again in the next episode. Peace. Ta-da!